When he gets up off the ground, he'll be the #1 player in the world.
Carlos Alcaraz's 2022 season was an absolute roller coaster of epic wins. At just 18, this tennis phenom stormed through 2 Masters 1000 tournaments and clinched his first Grand Slam title. From a promising junior to rocketing premium sports gear, Alcaraz's rise was meteoric, skyrocketing from world number 32 to world number 1 by year's end, toppling Novak Djokovic's 2-year reign. But just how unstoppable was 18-year-old Carlos Alcaraz?
It is carnival time.
Alcaraz turned up the heat in 2022, kicking off with a bang at the Rio Open, where he snatched his first ATP 500 title of the season. But that was just the warm-up. He then stormed through the Miami Open, blasting through the competition and losing only 1 set to grab the trophy. Fueled by top-notch training and great performance nutrition, Alcaraz didn't stop there. He dominated the Madrid Masters too. The real showstopper? Alcaraz's gritty run at the US Open, where he battled through 3 intense 5-set thrillers to clinch his first ever Grand Slam title. All right, now it's time to talk about Alcaraz's epic journey at the 2022 US Open. He faced off against Casper Ruud in the final in a showdown for the ages, clinching his first major title win with a 6-4, 2-6, 7-6, 6-3 victory. That win also catapulted him to world #1 status in his debut. Leading up to the final, Carlitos battled through 3 grueling 5-setters under the New York lights, totaling a jaw-dropping 23 hours and 40 minutes on court across 7 matches. Finally, after a marathon final lasting 3 hours and 20 minutes, King Carlos was crowned champion on a Sunday evening. I've dreamed of this since I was a kid, to be #1 in the world. To win a Grand Slam, it's something I've worked incredibly hard for, said Alcaraz, emotional during the trophy ceremony. Right now, it's hard to put into words. So many emotions. Now, let's rewind to Carlitos' start at Flushing Meadows against Sebastian Baez. It was a battle, but Baez retired in the 3rd set, giving Carlitos the win. Next up, Federico Coria fell to him in straight sets, followed by Jenson Brooksby, also in straight sets. Not a single set dropped. Then a clash of generations against Marin Cilic. Cilic took the lead, but Carlitos roared back, breaking him twice in the 5th set to secure the win. Next challenge, his rival, Jannik Sinner. Carlitos took the 1st set, lost a marathon tiebreak, but rallied back strong to snatch the victory and move to the semis. In the semifinals against Francis Tiafoe, Carlitos faced a tough start but relied on his pro skills and flipped that script with his serve to clinch the win and book his ticket to the final. And in the final showdown against Casper Ruud, it was a battle. Carlitos fought hard, scoring a crucial breakpoint to take the 1st set. Ruud dominated the 2nd set, but Carlitos bounced back in a tight 3rd set tiebreak. Ruud fought in the 4th set, but 3 consecutive game wins for Alcaraz allowed the Spanish player to take a 5-2 lead that he didn't throw away, thus winning the US Open and his first Grand Slam. Now here's the scoop on Alcaraz's US Open win. The Spaniard didn't just win, he straight up dominated. He's the youngest US Open champ since Sampras in 1990 and the first guy to conquer 3 5-set thrillers en route to the final. Now that's next level. On the serve, he aced it with 68.5% win rate on his first serves and held strong with a 55.7% on his second. And his return game, nothing but solid at 42.6% success. Now those stats right there, they're championship material. And get this, Carlitos became the youngest world #1 since ATP rankings began in 1973. But wait, there's more. In the final, he matched Edberg's epic 1992 run where he battled through 3 grueling 5-setters and then clinched it in 4 against Sampras. And that quarterfinal against Sinner? A 5-hour marathon that ended in the wee hours, setting a new US Open finish record. Oh, and the cherry on top? He saved a match point during that showdown with Sinner. Last guy to pull that off at the US Open? Wawrinka in 2016. Kim Clijsters, former WTA #1, was absolutely blown away by Alcaraz's performance, praising the Spanish youngster. It just shows how he's been so dedicated to the sport from early on, and to play this tennis at the end of a Grand Slam is absolutely amazing. But Alcaraz also found success off the court as he struck major sports partnerships with Rolex after his run at Flushing Meadows. It was his first sponsorship deal with a watchmaker, but the Spaniard's value goes way back. His first deal was at age 10 with Babylon, a French racket producer. Carlos's other major sponsorship in 2022 came in July when he started endorsing BMW. When did Alcaraz's 2022 success begin? Well, to answer that, we gotta go back to the Miami Open. Carlitos came in hot as he had won the Rio Open and made it to the Indian Wells semifinals, where he lost to none other than Rafael Nadal. Next up, Miami. He breezed through Martin Fucsovics and Marin Cilic in straight sets. Then boom! Stefanos Tsitsipas, the third set, fell in straight sets too. Quarterfinals time. Miomir Kecmanovic thought he had him, winning the first set, but nope. Alcaraz flipped the script and sailed into the semis. And the showdown with Hubert Hurkacz? No breakpoints, no problem. Carlitos aced it in straight sets with tiebreak wins. Final time. Casper Ruud came in strong, but Alcaraz's first serve and net game flipped the script yet again. He stormed back from 3-0 down in the first set, took control early in the second, and bam! Carlitos clinched his first ever Masters tournament title. So, as the 14th seed of the tournament, Carlitos clinched the title with the score of 7-5, 6-4 in just under 2 hours, becoming the first Spanish guy to take home the title. And get this, at 18 years old, he's smashed Djokovic's record from 2007, becoming the youngest male champ in Miami Open history. This win wasn't a total surprise, but it was still a warning that a new star was on the rise in the ATP circuit. Martina Navratilova said it herself. For me, he's one of the top 4 people that you have to talk about at every major show, along with Djokovic, Nadal, and Medvedev. But Alcaraz's major success wasn't stopping there as the youngster headed into the Madrid Open after conquering the Barcelona Open. Once again, Carlitos had all the momentum on his side. He started strong with a straight-set win against Nicolas Basilashvili, then battled through 3 sets against Cameron Norrie to reach the quarterfinals. Facing Rafael Nadal next seemed like a tall order, but Carlitos stunned everyone by dominating with 3 breakpoints to take the first set. Nadal fought back to level the match, forcing a decider that Carlitos clinched with a crucial break, advancing to the semis. Alcaraz's life wasn't getting any easier, as his following opponent was world number 1 Novak Djokovic in what was the first match between the two. The Serbian had a monstrous first set with a 90% first serve conversion rate that allowed him to bounce back from 2 games down to take the lead via tiebreak. Little separated the players in the second set, as only a breakpoint for Alcaraz at 6-5 ensured that the match went to a decider. In the final set, both players were impeccable in their service. Carlos saved a match point, and the match was decided in a tiebreak on which Alcaraz scored 3 mini breaks to take the win in his second match point opportunity. After the match, Djokovic praised the young Spanish star. He held his nerves very well. For somebody his age to play so maturely and courageously is impressive. He deserved to win. Into the final against Alexander Zverev, Carlitos didn't falter. He dominated in straight sets 6-3, 6-1 without dropping serve, clinching his second Masters title in just over a month. His stats speak volumes: 71.9% first serve conversions and winning 84.7% of his service games throughout the tournament. Now the rest is history. After conquering the US Open in September, the Spaniard would still have a semifinal run at the Basel Open before ending the season in the quarterfinals of the Paris Masters. Despite not winning any tournament past September, Alcaraz ended the year as world number 1 at 19 years of age. For me, it's a dream come true being number 1 in the world to be a Grand Slam champion, Carlitos said. Everything has come so fast. I didn't think at the beginning of the year that I'm going to have this year. I always believe in my team and in my work. Everything pays off. So 2022 was a blockbuster year for Alcaraz as he stepped up as the rightful heir to Nadal, becoming Spain's new tennis king. But what's your take on Carlos Alcaraz's epic 2022 season? Sound off in those comments below. And if you're craving more on Carlitos' stunning performance at Wimbledon this July, dive into our latest video.